I've never been so afraid of Tahiti in my life. Hey guys, WhiteSheep here with another review of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for you guys. This was a very strong episode. I suppose this was the one based on Thor the Dark World. They were hyping it up as that, but it really felt like there were not a lot of connections. I spotted one reference that would have passed anybody that had gone to see Thor the Dark World, and anybody that hadn't probably completely by. There was just one little reference to London, and that's about it. But there were a lot of good things about this episode, some improvements, a few little wrong things, but overall it was a very good episode of this show, and if every episode of this show was this good, it would be going on for a very long time. This episode also showed off the fact that the team is definitely globe-trotting. I'm not sure if they shot any of these on location, but they went from Norway to Sevilla, Spain, so definitely they're running around there. Like I said, I'm not sure if they shot any of these on location, but, you know, yay for big budgets. This episode saw the team tracking down a group of Norwegian god-obsessed, power-obsessed, anarchists, who were in turn tracking down the mythical Berserker staff, which was apparently left on Earth by an Asgardian Berserker warrior. And it was split into 3 parts and scattered everywhere. This staff actually gives you super strength, sort of. It imbues you with rage. I guess using that rage is sort of like an adrenaline surge. It doesn't really give you super strength, but it sort of like gives you the biological effect. Simmons compared it to, when a mother has her child trapped under a car, she can do, extraordinary feats of strength, stuff like that. May and Ward kicked ass in this episode, which was extremely impressive. Really good action sequences, especially on May's part, but Ward too. I felt like that action scene with Ward in the church was probably the best we've seen in the show so far. In the end, they stopped the angry Viking kids, and it worked out pretty well. So let's jump into some pros and cons. Firstly, this was the first believable and strong performance we've ever gotten from Brett Dalton as Agent Ward, and also it was another great performance from Melinda May, who does a really good job of portraying her character and saying a lot when she's saying very little at all. Also, a little bit in the bedroom at the end there, there was probably some Marvin Gaye playing, I feel like, in that sexual healing. That is a very interesting thing, and that was probably, in my opinion, one of the most well-done scenes that they did this episode. And it'll be really interesting to see how they handle it going forward. Also, it was a good Asgardian tie-in with, the guy, the Asgardian expert, essentially being, he was an Asgardian. It wasn't really the Thor the Dark World tie-in that everyone was, or that all Marvel was hyping it up to be. It was its own thing, which I think is a very good thing. But overall, it was a good concept and fairly good execution. They used actual Norse mythology with the Berserkers. Also, I like the fact that the focus has become really team-centric rather than, Sky-centric. It is reminding me more and more with each episode of Firefly. And if some of you have seen Firefly, just corroborate with me. I think it definitely does remind me of that. Also, how about that end scene with Coulson? Like I said, never been so afraid of Tahiti in my life. That was extremely well done. So is he a clone? Is he an android? What is he? Was he resurrected? Who knows? So let's jump into some cons. There aren't many, but if I have to pick, let's just get started. The Asgardian guy was kind of weird. I don't know why they chose that actor and went that course with him. It was just a little bit funky to me. And the pin thing with Coulson was kind of weird, but overall, my con for this episode is it was a good concept and they executed it. I think it was a good concept and they executed it to the best that they could. It just wasn't hitting on the cylinders that some episodes have in the past. It just wasn't, doing what some other episodes have. And just let me take some time in this review to clarify something. When I give an episode a 7.5, I understand some of you feel differently, but what I base it on is not other TV shows or the movies. What I base it on is the criteria that this show has already set in the limited amount of episodes it has. The last episode I gave a 7.5, I think. Some people got upset with that. Essentially, the whole point of me giving it a 7.5 is because there are episodes like FZZT, or I guess FZT, out there. There's episodes like Girl in the Flower Dress and I Spy. All of those were better episodes, and if those are taking like the 9.9 and the 9.5s, then these other ones have to, rank accordingly. With that in mind, I will give the overall score of this episode an 8.5, a good concept and good execution, really good emotionally, took some strides there, but just not on that caliber as FCZT and Girl in the Flower Dress. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more reviews. Just please let us know what you thought about it. Signing off, I am WhiteSheep. See you next time.